Over the past 100 years, there's been more deaths due to residential fires than there has been all of the U.S. wars that have been fought during that same 100-year period. As you can see from these statistics that were collected by the U.S. War Department and by the National Fire Protection Association, there's been approximately 1,000 more deaths due to residential fires over the last 100 years than there has been in all of the U.S. wars that we fought during that period. I want to inform you today about automatic sprinkler systems, to tell you a little bit about how they work, to tell you how successful they've been in protecting lives and property, and to give you a little bit of the idea of the future of automatic sprinkler systems, especially as it relates to residential systems and to the residential building codes that's in existence. The majority of automatic sprinkler systems that you and I will come into contact are called wet pipe sprinkler systems. Wet pipe sprinkler systems are just that. They have water that's stored in the pipes and is immediately at the sprinkler head and ready to discharge whenever the sprinkler head opens. Wet pipe sprinkler systems have sprinkler heads that are designed with a heat-sensitive element that will respond to the heat of the fire. Whenever there's a fire in the area, whenever there's heat, the sprinkler head will open at a predetermined designed temperature. There's all types of sprinkler heads that are available, and each one has a specific purpose and a specific design for a specific job that it does. But they're all basically the same in that they have a heat responsive element that opens whenever the heat reaches a predetermined point that the temperature rating is set for. There's sprinklers that are used as pendants that hang down from the ceiling. There's sprinklers that are called sidewalls that penetrate out from the walls of a room. There's sprinkler heads that are designed specifically for storage occupancies that put large amounts of water on high heat fires in order to suppress those fires. Sprinkler heads are what's termed closed heads. They are closed in that the water is kept from spraying out of the head by a heat responsive element. In the example here, you'll see the red cylinder, and that's a liquid filled cylinder that is set at a certain temperature that will melt out and let the sprinkler head open at a particular temperature, in this case around 155 degrees. When the sprinkler head reaches that temperature and the heat responsive element begins to respond to that heat, the element will melt out or break, as you see in the picture at the top right. And at that point, there's a seal that drops out, and then the water will start, the water pressure pushes that seal out, and the water begins spraying out of the sprinkler head. Sprinkler systems have been very successful over the years in their ability to suppress fires and to save lives and property. Statistics gathered by the National Fire Sprinkler Association over the past several years indicate that sprinkler systems have almost a 96% success rate in their ability to suppress or control a fire. Most of the failures that come as a result, or failures of sprinkler systems, come as a result of either a closed valve or some other form of human intervention. A sprinkler system that is installed properly and well maintained has almost a 96% rate of success in being able to perform the job that it's asked to do. Over the next few years, we'll see some changes in our building codes. Most importantly to you and I is a change in the International Residential Code that's going to require sprinkler systems to be installed in single-family home dwellings like your home and mine. Any new home, according to the new International Residential Code, any new home that's built under the 2011 Residential Building Code will now require a sprinkler system to be installed. This code is not retroactive to make existing homes be sprinklered, at least not now. But when this new code is adopted by the different states and it becomes part of that state's building code, then those homes that are built under that code will be required to have automatic sprinkler systems. And my belief is that this will obviously affect the number of lives lost and the amount of property that's lost due to residential fires, I believe that it will cause those numbers to continue to drop. Is there any questions about residential sprinkler systems or sprinkler systems in general?
Where you gonna get all this water pressure at when you're out in the country on a well?
Well, we have systems that are designed in order to provide that pressure. We can provide fire pumps, underground storage tanks, above ground storage tanks, different types of water supplies that we're able to use to provide the water supply and the pressure. In the case of residential homes, there's specific systems that is a water supply and fire pump combined that will boost the water pressure plus provide a supplementary water supply for the automatic sprinkler system. Any other questions?
What's the cost of this gonna run compared with the building a home?
That's a good question, because many people have fought against the use of residential fire sprinkler systems because they say they cost too much. In fact, a residential sprinkler system will only cost about 1 to 3% of the total cost of building a new home. Take into account with that the cost savings in terms of insurance premiums and the cost of rebuilding the home if there is a fire. The cost of a residential fire sprinkler system is really nominal compared to what it saves in the end.